Hey, gorgeous, and welcome back to another vlog. How are you, girl? How are you? I hope you're doing well. I am doing so well. Thank you, God. I wanted to give you guys an update because so many of you guys prayed for me, and I had this crazy fibromyalgia like flare up that had been lasting, girl, maybe a couple months. Y'all, every day the pain lessens more and more and more. Like I'm able to do stuff with my hand, girl. And that such the power of a positive mindset is crazy. It is crazy. If y'all only knew how bad this pain was. I really like if you thought I was complaining about the pain, I was holding back, honey. I was holding back, but your girl's feeling so much better. And if you know anything about fibromyalgia, stress can be a trigger, and just keeping your stress level low is so important. And I don't know if maybe subconsciously I was just under a lot of stress because I was doing a lot. Um, so anyway, I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling so much better, and not 100%, but I know we're gonna get there because we're about to do a few things. Like I'm gonna start fasting, and we're getting back into movement, which I'm excited. I'm excited that I'll be able to get back in the movement without all of this extra pain. I was scared, girl. So I'm sitting here at my computer because I am trying to figure out just how life is gonna go, you guys. The last time I didn't work like a 9 to 5, I was at home with my kids. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had a whole schedule that really revolved around my kids. It was like a cleaning schedule, and there was, a laundry schedule and a cooking schedule and a workout, whatever I would do. And I need to kind of get back into that, like see what my life is gonna look like being home every day while still incorporating a business. Because at that time, I didn't incorporate a business in that. My business was taking care of my house and home, which I absolutely loved. I enjoyed every single second of it. I did it with a smile on my face. My kids were in school, so it's not like I was dealing with toddlers at home. Like I had a break throughout the day, so it wasn't bad. But I just want to really, this month for me, if I'm just getting a little serious now, the month of October for me is sincerely about really working on consistency and creating major habits and having the discipline to not stray away from the schedule that I've set up and the habits that I am trying to build. So right now I've got my computer here, and I am going through and just having ChatGPT create me like a schedule, so to speak, for the week, keeping in mind basketball, keeping in mind videos, sponsorship deadlines, and blocks of time for certain things that will contribute to me continually growing my channel, growing my business, but also taking care of myself. Self-care is just like really important to me. Like I really want to pour into myself and create consistent habits. So that's what we're doing now. Like consistency is the name of the game for the month of October. That's what I want. I want to have a strict time that I wake up in the morning, and I want to be able to say, all right, from 6 to 8, I'm going to be doing this. From 8 to 9, I'm doing school drop-offs. From 9 to 11, I'm doing this. Like that's what I'm trying to create right now. So that's what I'm sitting here doing. I washed my hair. Y'all don't mind. I know I look crazy, but I washed my hair. So that's the reason why I'm looking like this. I also wanted to update you guys because I got my house cleaned professionally. I'm talking baseboards, girl. We talking dust, cobwebs, everything. And you guys, it cost me, but it was worth every single penny. At first I was like, I can do it. I can do it. I have very much have a I can do it all mentality. Like I feel like I can do it all by myself. And that mentality, although it might come across like admirable, but honestly, it's not serving me. There's nothing about me saying I can do it all. That's not admirable at all when I think about it, because I'm burning myself out and I just can't do that anymore. A friend of mine sent me a reel about a woman talking about Taurus and how in the month of September, as a Taurus, I can mess around and have like a burnout because I'm trying to do it all, and that I need to delegate and ask for help. And it's funny that the month ended out the way that it did, because yeah, I was like in the middle of like a crash out. But because I remember seeing that video and talking about like, don't let it get the best of you and don't have that crash out moment, you just need to start delegating. I started to really consider asking for help. And yeah, I ended up getting the help. Our cleaners for the Airbnb have been incredible and such an absolute blessing that I was like, you know what? I just need to use them for my home. I just need to use them for my home. And I absolutely love my cleaners. Like she felt like home the minute she walked through the door. I was just like, yeah, I feel like comfortable with her. I feel like I can trust her, almost to the point where I feel like she could be family. So I love that. Like I just wanted to hug her. And when I came back home, I was so emotional. You guys, I was so emotional because I had just been so consumed and so busy and so spread thin that when I walked through the house and I realized that I did not have to bend over, I didn't have to try and clean this house through all the pain and all of that, I was so grateful. I think I thanked her like 1,000 times, you know? So with that being said, if you need some help, girl, and you do have it in the budget, go ahead and hire you out some help. I think that is going to be like a self-care budget for me. The only thing I guess I was like concerned about to a certain degree was the size of my house and the cost of that. I have 5 bedrooms, oh my God, like she cleaned every single room top to bottom, yo. Like when I walked into my gym, she had like the yoga mats like laid out. It was, she wiped down all of my machines and stuff. Thank you, Teresa. Like, oh my God. So anyway, I got the cleaners. So that's an update and I'm so happy. It's one less thing that I have to worry about. So I woke up with clarity and I woke up feeling really, really good. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now. We are working on consistency. So right now, currently this second, I am also trying to find a few like classes that I can take, like that I can try out around the area. So I want to try barre, for instance, and I want to try some mat Pilates studios and stuff like that. So I was considering doing ClassPass, but even if I don't do ClassPass, like there's one place that I want to try. And I think if you pay, I don't know, I think you can pay like $39 and then you can take like you can try like 3 classes out. So I've been considering doing that and just taking 3 different classes, throughout the month just to see how I like it. And then a friend of mine's, he did Hot Works and he really, really loved it, but he loves hot anything. And there is a Hot Works near me. So I was like, you know what, maybe I'll do a free class and just see like how it is and whether or not that I would like it. I've heard like mixed reviews about Hot Works, so I'm not sure. Keep in mind though, you guys, I absolutely have my own workout equipment and stuff upstairs. I can do Pilates at home. And the alternative to me doing that or like going to classes would be me mounting a TV back in my gym. I used to have one in there. My ex ended up taking that TV, so I just need to replace it. And I'm sure I can just buy another TV and have him mount it for me. So that way I can just continue to take classes at home for the low, you know what I'm saying? For the no, right? For free. But I really do want to take some hot classes. And I still think that even if I'm working out at home, that it would still be really, really fun for me to go around and just try some classes. Cause girl, I got the time. I got the time. I finally got the time. That's what I'm currently doing too. Right now is just searching just to figure out what my next week is going to look like, what the content is going to look like. I have an idea, obviously, but yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys can really see like where I'm at. I'm in complete transformation mode and I don't want to play any games. So that's what we're doing at the moment. I don't know. I feel like that is some of the major updates that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't even know what to do with myself. I really, really don't. So in preparation also for this winter arc situation, I also want to like come up with my menu and stuff for next week because we are in a calorie deficit, we are fasting and all that other stuff. The only thing I'm considering at this point is starting out this arc with a 3-day water fast. I briefly mentioned that. A lot of you guys gave me so many tips and so many like encouraging things. Like all of you had such a positive experience with it. And my fasting in the past has always been a very positive experience. I always gained so much mental clarity, and I am trying to remove all the inflammation that's in my body, girl. So I want to figure out like what my menu and stuff is. Obviously, everything that I eat needs to be 100% healthy, whole foods, but absolutely easy, because even though I have more time, girl, I'm still lazy. I still don't want to cook all of that. I still don't want to do all of that. I'm not even going to lie to you at all, girl. I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. There's just some things I just don't want to do. I just don't want to do it. But maybe that'll change. We shall see. In the meantime and in between time, it has yet to change, and I don't know if it ever will. But yeah, let me go ahead and we're going to start with doing what we normally do in the morning, and then after that we'll get dressed and all that good stuff. If I'm not consistent with anything else in my life, I'm definitely consistent with taking my Daily Bites by Gem. Y'all, this is my multivitamin of choice. To me, it is elite. It has 20 plus vitamins and minerals, and it's made from natural foods, and my body recognizes that it's real food, so the vitamins and minerals are more bioavailable. Like I can actually absorb them and get some benefits from it, which is such a crucial part of taking a daily multivitamin. I cannot stress that enough. As someone who's been taking this for over a year now, some of the main benefits that I've noticed is just less bloating overall and just sustained energy throughout the day, which has been so crucial to me. If you know, you know. The natural ingredients in this, like the turmeric, support skin and gut health. It also has beta glucan, which is a GLP-1 activator. And baby, activate that for me, please. Now, aside from all that, if you're wondering what it tastes like, it's absolutely delicious, sis. I would not steer you wrong. It is sweet, it is citrusy, it has a little ginger bite to it, and the texture is perfection. It's just this chewy goodness that I never ever get tired of. Because I don't have to swallow pills, because I absolutely love the taste, I do not miss a day taking my daily bite. I look forward to taking my vitamin every single day because I know it's like a treat. So if you're looking for more energy, if you're looking for better gut health and an easier way for you to get your daily multivitamins, then you need to go ahead and place an order right now. Gem is offering my subscribers 20% off their first month. All you got to do is go to dailygem.com/NatalieS and enter Natalie S at checkout. And huge shout out to Gem for always supporting our community and sponsoring today's video. So I wanted to sit down and get a little serious. Well, not too serious, because I mean, I'm only gonna get so serious. Well, you know, when I'm getting like real serious, I'm normally sitting in my office. So this is a little bit more casual, more like girlfriend talk, us sitting around and just us really planning out our life together. And I just wanted to do this because I felt like it was less stuffy and more homegirl coded, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like sometimes when you feel like somebody is talking at you, it's very easy for you to miss the message. And this is a message that I do not want my girls to miss. I always, whenever I get on here and I start talking about things we're gonna do and not what you should be doing, but just like what we should be doing in the sense that these are the steps that are gonna get us to the greater good, like that's gonna take us to where we wanna go. Whenever it feels like I'm doing that, some people miss the message. The only reason why I say that is because I can see a few comments trickle down on some of my other videos, like, who are you to be telling people da 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 da? And unfortunately, that you're gonna get a few people who miss the message because it sounds like I'm talking at you, even though I always start my videos with the disclaimer that I am not talking at you, that I'm also talking to myself, that I just want better for you. There's gonna be a few people who are like, what business is it of yours what people do? The thing is, it's not my business. The thing is, whether someone accomplishes their goal or not really doesn't directly affect me. However, the feeling that I feel when I'm doing great in life, when my mindset is top tier, when I feel very at peace, when I feel accomplished, or when I am reaching goals that I at one point never thought was possible, I want that for everybody. I do. I want that for everybody. That let's just say that's that's the way that I like to get in your business, right? And that's the extent of it. It's just me wanting you to feel the way that I know that I feel when I'm at peace, or when I have a goal or a dream and I've taken steps and I've accomplished them, and how it's changed my life, my children's life, my mother's life. And I want the same thing for you. Now, whether you do it or not, there's nothing that I can do about that. But I figured maybe let me switch up the scenery a little bit and see how that goes. Okay, so this video is going to be a little different because I want this to go on my Sunday vlog, because of the fact that I feel like I get the most people show up on the Sunday vlog. I want as many people to see this video as possible because this is important. All right. So I have my iPad here only because I have notes and I don't want to forget anything. I want to make sure that I cover everything that we're going to be talking about. And consistency. That's really the topic that I want to talk about. I want to talk more about consistency because I think that we really need to lock in. We really need to do little things daily that are going to compound into something really large. So consistency for the month of October, I feel like I've been saying this nonstop, is really the word of the month for the month of October. It's consistency. Okay, so let's just get right into it. I feel as though generally in the past, winter is the time in which normally everybody would just like slow down and get really lax and not do much movement. You know, when the weather starts getting cooler and it starts getting darker earlier, a lot of times like seasonal depression really creeps in. That could be very difficult for people, especially even at the top of the year, even though people are trying to reset during the New Year's resolution. If you start right now to get your habits in check, come January, you're going to be ready. You're not going to feel this overwhelming sense of, oh my God, I have to start. Summer's going to be coming and this, that, and the other. You're going to be way ahead of the game. Generally for me, I normally do come alive this last quarter. When I think back, I always seem to come alive this last quarter. So this isn't out of the realm of what's pretty normal for me to start getting my ish together like September or so, September, October. So that's the reason why I've been getting this itch. But we also have things that we're planning for, things that are well in advance that we don't want to be just prior to this big event trying to make these lifelong changes. So like winter is the make or break season. This is where the disciplined girls pull ahead. It's where the groundwork gets laid. It's where next year's results are born. Okay, so this is important. It's time for us to lock in. In particular for me, the things that I'm going to be focusing on during this winter arc have to do with my body, my health, my mindset, and really creating a version of myself that sets myself up for ultimate success. I really want to hone in on my YouTube business. As you all know, I mean, I quit my job to do YouTube. So I can't drop the ball. I'm the person that's responsible for my entire household. So for me, locking in isn't just about me doing 10,000 steps a day. Locking in has to do with me also taking my business seriously and to new heights. So that's going to be a major focus for me. Whatever your major focus is, if you have a financial or a business focus, this is your time to really lay the groundwork for that. So with that being said, the theme of this month and the theme of this video thus far is consistency. It's really about consistency over motivation. We say this. I say this all the time. Motivation is cute. She's adorable, okay? But motivation is like the weather. Consistency is like the thermostat. It keeps you at the temperature that you need to be. And that's what you want. That's what you need, is to be consistent. Now, when it comes to consistency, don't be so rigid with yourself that if you fall off for a day or two, that's the end of it. Just jump right back on it. It's okay. Even if you've fallen off for 2 months, that's okay. Don't just give up. get back on it. If you are someone that's dealing with a chronic illness like me, there's some things where people aren't able to move their bodies. Trust me when I tell you, I feel you. I feel you. I know my pain is different and it might not be as severe as some others, but I will say, and I hope you hear me when I say this, that mindset does play such a huge part in this, okay? And trying to find a way and trying to find a solution, rather sit in the pain and the depression that comes with pain is very crucial. It's very crucial. I grinned and bared it for the past 2.5 months. And even though I was getting on here and I was smiling, I was going to work every single day, smiling in people's faces. Every day, my pain was getting more and more severe until it got to the point where I could barely lift anything. Anything was a burden for me. And I started shifting my mindset in, I'm going to overcome this. This has got to go. I've got things to do. And the minute I declare that over myself, the pain started to slowly dissipate. It's not completely gone, but being able to do this as quickly as I just did is a huge accomplishment for me, considering where I was last week. Okay. So I just say that if you are a girly that deals with a chronic illness, chronic pain, or anything, I feel for you. I'm praying for you. And just a shift in mindset can sometimes just help. It can sometimes help, obviously. And like I said, everybody's going through something different. So I'm not saying that your experience will be like me, but I do have some fibromyalgia girlies on here. And honestly, a lot of times that I've gotten out of a flare up has been through my mindset. We have to learn to like overcome certain things. Overcoming things that we can't control also is a big deal. And what I mean by can't control, people around us, things that are happening that are going to happen anyway, dwelling on them and letting that become your whole personality, it's not going to be something that is going to help you get to where you want to go. Yes, it's going to suck. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Yes, it's going to piss you off. However, if you can't control said thing, sitting around being angry about it, talking about it, cussing about it, crying about it for days and days and months on end isn't going to change it. So what you should do is take that energy and focus it on you so that way you can control what you can control, which is you. Coming from someone who was addicted to being the victim, I will go ahead and admit it wholeheartedly. I was addicted to being the victim. I had to get out of that. And I've been out of it for years, but let me tell you, when you set yourself free from being the victim, when you no longer accept that identity, your whole life changes. You don't have to identify with what you've gone through. You just don't. You don't have to say, oh, well, I'm like this because this is this thing that I went through. And this might sound insensitive, but coming from someone who has been through very horrific things, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. I don't have to continually identify with the things that have happened to me. It's not contributing to my well-being. So, you know what I did? I got over it. I got over it. And I moved forward because since I can't control the past and I can't change the past, I've recognized that my power lies in being able to control the present, my present self. Whenever I hear or see somebody say, get over it, I'm like, you know what, you're right. You're right. And I don't mean it in a way to dismiss the pain. I mean it in a way in that it happened. But stop letting it continue to happen to you. And then you're going to have this story at 80 years old that this one thing happened to me when I was 18 years old and I let it control the rest of my life. Don't let that be your story. Get back on it. If you fell off, get back on it. Create yourself a list of things that you really want to start doing and creating a consistent habit about, and then start doing those things. Do not start big. I repeat, do not start big. If you start really big and you have too long of a list, it's going to become overwhelming for you. And then that's going to be something where you're like, oh, that's too much. I don't want to do that. Okay. So start small. Remember, we have forever to go. We have forever to go. The goal is not to be the best person ever, 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 ever by January. The goal is to just be better than you were September 30th. Make sense? I hope so. Okay. For me, health needs to be a foundation, not even just for me, but for everybody. We have one body and we're not doing the best that we can. We really need to be more conscious about what we're doing with our body. I'm not saying you can't have fun and you can't enjoy experiences and things like that, but I think that you do need to be aware that it comes with some sort of a consequence, and you got to be willing to face said consequence, you know? So with that being said, sleeping, like getting rest, is going to be so crucial and so important for your health. I am making it a point to take my behind to sleep at night. I'm going to sleep. I'm getting into bed. I'm trying to be in the bed as early as possible so that way I can get a full 8 hours of sleep, and then I can wake up at the right time every single morning and start my daily ritual. So sleep at the very top of my list. I no longer want to forfeit or sacrifice my sleep for anything, not even work. I need to be rested. And then let's talk about nutrition. I've been talking about nutrition a lot. I've been very fortunate enough to be able to work with a nutritionist. So I am going to be following that caloric plan, especially as I kick up my fitness and my movement. And I'm just going to monitor it and see how we do. I need to be in a caloric deficit in order to reach my goals, but I'm not in a hurry to reach my goals. I have time. So I want to take small steps that I'm able to keep up with rather than crashing really hard. The next thing is going to be movement. Every single day, I am aiming for at least 10,000 steps per day. Matter of fact, I need to get me a little block because I want to make sure that my Apple Watch is charged every single day because, girl, I need to track these steps religiously. Okay. I want to track the steps religiously. 10,000 is the minimum goal. And when I could do more, I am going to do more. I am actually looking for like a park or something, somewhere really nice and scenic that I can walk through and get like a good 4 miles in. I'll have my earbuds in. I can listen to a podcast. I can watch some videos, a vlog or something like that. But I really want to start getting out of the house and me and Bolt taking a nice little walk and just enjoying the scenery and getting in those steps. So we're not trying to overhaul our life like overnight. I think that's important to note. You want to take small steps that just compound. When you start stacking your habits slowly but surely, eventually there's going to be a compound effect. That compound effect is going to show you the results of what these habits created. So think of it like you just taking tiny little measures, and then over time you're going to start to see, wow, this is making a difference in my life in these areas. So if for a week I'm in a caloric deficit and I'm walking 10,000 steps a day and I am sleeping 8 hours a day, I'm going to notice that I'm going to have more energy. I'm going to notice that my clothes fit a little better. Okay. My mood is probably going to be elevated as well because I'm moving. That is going to be the effects of me doing that. And the more I do that, the more I'm going to see these results, the happier that I'm going to be. It's so important to take into consideration that small habits do compound and make such a big difference in the end. Oh, I wanted to mention, I'm not just going to be walking 10,000 steps a day. I'm also going to be implementing weights, and I have not done weights, you guys, like full on weightlifting in a long time. If you know, then you know how nervous I can get about weightlifting, but we're only going to be doing like lower body using weights. And then the rest of that is going to be Pilates or sculpting classes. Okay. I'm really excited for the sculpting classes, and we're going to try different classes throughout the city. So again, when it comes to movement, 10K steps minimum per day, weightlifting 3 times a week. And I'll take you guys up to my gym shortly here, and I'll just show you guys what I'm going to be using, what's my whole little setup going to be, and all that good stuff. Okay. And then I'm also going to be taking like sculpting classes at home and at like various Pilates bar sculpting classes. If you haven't watched my video about like discipline, please watch it. It's so important to watch. I feel like it is one of those ones where I might feel like I'm talking at you. I'm not, though. I hope y'all know that I'm really not talking at you. But in that video, I really discussed how discipline is really a self-respect thing. Like when you love yourself, when you wholeheartedly respect yourself, you will become disciplined if you look at it like that. It's about you respecting yourself not to eat a certain food, respecting yourself enough to know when to rest, respecting yourself enough to know that you have a goal and that there's tasks that go along with said goal and that they need to be completed and that you need to show up for yourself. You do that because you respect yourself. It's very difficult for you to ask respect of others if you don't even respect yourself. And that goes even in the way that you look. And we talked about that briefly in another video where I discussed how people do base how much respect they will give you by how you look and how you present. It's foul, but it's life. And if you start respecting yourself enough to show up for yourself, health wise, business wise, mindset wise, all of those things, the outside world will fall in line. At the end of the day, the woman that you want to become in January, it starts now. You gotta start now. And then we have all of 2026 to really drive home everything that we have built over the months, October, November, and December, to really let that carry us through to 2026. The goal is to really just truly be unrecognizable. And quite frankly, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm sick of talking about it. I'm sick of talking about it. Like, I'm sick of hearing myself talk about it. I don't want to talk about it no more. I just want to do it. I'm done with talking about it. I'm about that action here at this moment. And this isn't even me being hard on myself. This is me just being real. Now, while I do wholeheartedly believe that I took certain things more serious than others, I will admit to that. I think I took my YouTube very, very seriously, and I made a promise to myself and I stuck to said promise. I had a goal and I reached that goal. So it's not as if I am not taking those steps to become the woman that I want to be. That's why I say that this journey is not going to be linear, and it's also not going to look like what people think it should look like. I might not necessarily hit all of my goals at one time. It might take some steps, and for me, a major goal of mine was this right here, is to be a YouTuber. And I accomplished that goal. I've been accomplished that goal, to be quite honest. Now it's just the only thing that I do. That's the only thing. Like if I meet somebody out and about and they're like, hey, what do you do for a living? I have the pleasure of saying that I'm a content creator. I'm a YouTuber. And that feels really, really good, because there were times years and years ago where I would be out with my camera and people would be like, oh, hey, what you doing? Are you a YouTuber? And I felt uncomfortable to say yes. I don't feel uncomfortable anymore. I don't feel uncomfortable anymore. I went all in. I had the belief that I was, and even when I was getting very little views on my videos, when I was out and about with my camera and somebody asked, are you a YouTuber? I would be like, I am. You got to believe in yourself. You just do. Okay. So that's kind of one of the talk that I wanted to have with you guys. The specifics of exactly what I'm going to be doing, I will talk about in another video. But what I wanted to talk about is how we're going to follow through with this, and how important consistency is, how important our discipline is going to be, and why it's so important for us to start right now. We got to get the mindset together. Okay, you guys, so that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I hope you guys don't mind this different little format for a Sunday video, but you guys, trust me when I tell you, the videos are going to be so much better moving forward. I just wanted to make sure that I got out some of this information about mindset, motivation, discipline, consistency, all that good stuff prior to us moving into the winter arc. And like I said, I'm definitely going to have a start of the winter arc video where I'm really going to be super transparent with y'all and show y'all exactly what we're starting from. We're going back to our, like for the glow up videos, girl, we are really tracking everything, and I'm really excited to show you guys, because yeah, I'm just excited about what's to come. Okay. So yeah, I know this is so different than what we're normally doing on a Sunday, but like I said, I wanted to make sure I had as many eyes on this as possible and just get some things that were on my heart to talk to you about. I wanted to be able to share it with you guys and as many of you see it as possible. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys are going to be kind to yourself. I hope you guys don't let anything set you back for too long. It's okay to fall off, but make sure you get back up. Do hold yourself accountable. That is really, really really important to hold yourself accountable. We can hold each other accountable. I'm going to be so much more active. So if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram because the time is now. Like, girl, we are about to get started. Okay. We are about to get started and I'm so excited. So anyway, leave a comment down below if you are also going to be starting and doing this winter arc, the great lock-in, whatever you want to call it, together with us. Please leave a comment in the description box below. Everything that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to share with you guys. I'm also going to share the beginning of it in all aspects: health, body, nutrition, mindset, business, all that good stuff. I'm gonna be as transparent as possible. I really, truly want you guys to see my life transform in real time. And I'm hoping that while I'm doing it, you're doing it, and then you're also documenting it so that way you can share the importance of discipline and consistency, having a dream and taking steps towards that dream with another woman who would benefit from it, okay? I think that's really important to share the information. It's so important to do that, okay? Help your fellow sisters out. Okay, anyway, I'm going to get out of here because I actually have to start vlogging today, but I love you guys so much. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I might just call and catch a play. I might just come see you today. You wait, I'm stuck up in my way.